Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So guys, Kenya as the capital city of Africa has started shifting, and now the world has started recognizing Tanzania as the new capital city of Africa. Do you know what? Those are not my words, but the words of some of the citizens across the world. I am Kevin from Kevin and Nene Show. Without further ado, let us listen to these different opinions and suggestions proving this.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I want you to jump. Get ready, get ready.
Kenyans, I'm sorry to say this, you guys are no longer the giants of Africa anymore. I'm shaking that title and I'm giving that title now to Tanzania. I'm giving that title right now to Tanzania. Never in my life would I have ever thought that Tanzanian people can protestations like this. Never in my life. This is why I always say this. People who shit quiet, these people are one of the most dangerous people. Silence people are one of the most dangerous people. You have to be very, very careful when you are being beside a person who doesn't shocks, because they are very unpredictable. Now I'm hearing that Tanzania people during the protest they have robbed some police boutiques. You know these boutiques that police officers comes and gets their uniforms from. They have robbed all the police warehouse. Now we have Tanzanians protesting in Tanzania in full police gear. And now it's going to be very, very difficult now for the position officers to identify who is who now. Who is who? First of all, Madam what's your name again? Madam Sariku. Madam Sariku, I want to ask you this question. Do you want the country to burn down before you give up? At least you should have even allowed these your political rivals to run for elections. They should have run for election. Then you win now by cheating, by electoral fraud. Not that you just disqualify, cancel some, and maybe some, I'm saying, no, maybe some of them were abducted, because I heard that some of them were abducted by unknown gunmen. Maybe you would have allowed them to participation in the election, then you win by fraud. People would have not been protestation like this, because no matter what happens now, you will not be the president of that country. Except you want Tanzanians to march into the parliamentation's house, because it has reached a stage now that they don't give a damn again anymore. They are marching now into government houses, into military camps.
Says of God, this is a time for us to stand with the people of Tanzania. The people of Tanzania, they need us more than anything. Don't be quiet. Stand with Tanzania. Stand with the people. They know the Tanzanians are close to their victory. I see they are close to victory. This has been coming slowly, but now it's time for us as prophets. I saw this happen. My sons and daughters in Tanzania, God is speaking. God is saying, arise. The time has come for victory once and for all. Tanzania has been tormented by demonic forces, strong forces that don't want to leave power. They take power, they seize power, they bully everyone, the journalists, they lock up opposition, they arrest people indiscriminately. Journalists. Let me tell you something in Tanzania. What's happening? What's happening in Tanzania?
It's actually absurd to think thousands of people had to die just so Tanzania's president could stay in power. I had Tanzanians DMing me, bodies in the street, protesters with bullet holes in their head, images so traumatic that I couldn't even post about or speak about it for a week. And I'm not even there. Imagine what they're feeling. So today, even though I'm feeling under the weather, I was like, you know what, let me make this video, because what is illness when people are literally being hunted for speaking out? It's not over, right? They're still going door to door, taking out journalists. I've been posting about Tanzania for a little while now, and people kept saying Tanzanians are peaceful, they won't strike. And I feel like the government relied on that. But I knew otherwise, because those same Tanzanians were messaging me saying, this might be the last time that we speak, because I'm willing to risk my life for change. They're now threatening to strike again on December 9th. the day Tanzania became a republic. But the country can't take much more violence, and what hurts most is Tanzanians begging not just to be seen, but to be saved. Many don't speak English, many speak Swahili, so they can't even explain what's happening in a way that the world will hear. The African Union said the election didn't meet its standards. Their words were the process lacked transparency. Noted. So what now? A tweet? A statement? Silence? Because if it ends there, that's not diplomacy, that's complicity. And where is the East African community? Where's the Southern African Development Community? Tanzania is a member of both. Both are quiet. No sanctions, no investigations, no serious calls for reform, just silence. The African Union doesn't just observe Tanzania, it's supposed to protect it. Tanzania signed every major AU charter, human rights, elections, governance. So when the AU says the election lacked transparency, that's not just commentary, that's failure. And if nothing follows that, it means that the people have no backup, just statements. Some Tanzanians are now calling for a new constitution, one that limits presidential power, protects human rights, and secures real elections. But others are saying, what's the point? Samia doesn't follow the rules now, why would she later? And that's the real fear, right? Tanzania is not the only story. If this can happen there, it can happen anywhere. If you're in Tanzania, please keep receipts, videos, names, dates. If you're outside, pressure the bodies built to protect. The AU, the EAC, the SADC, they don't get to be silent while people are out here being hunted. Out of respect for these people involved, I must note that I'm not trying to share any videos or anything, but I have seen it. And the AU and the human rights organizations are reporting the same patterns.
Habari, naitwa Sunday Musadiko kutoka Nigeria. Nimekaa Tanzania kwa miezi mitatu. Watanzania ni wakarimu sana. Nimepata marafiki wengi, nimefurahia sana. Na nina tamani kurudi tena Tanzania, Mungu akijalia. Asante sana.
My brothers and sisters of Africa, my children of the diaspora across the oceans, hear me well. Today I raise my voice not against a nation, but against a system that has learned to disguise chains as medals. Tanzania has declared a 98% victory. Some will call it stability, others will call it pride. But I call it a warning to every African heart that still beats for freedom. Numbers do not define liberation. A nation can show the highest percentage of votes and still the lowest measure of truth. I have seen how the world celebrates our silence, how they applaud us when we imitate their democracy, but punish us when we demand our sovereignty. My message is not for the politicians, it is for the people, for the Tanzanian youth who wonder if their voice still matters, and for the African American soul who looks back at this continent hoping to find the courage of ancestors rising again. We must learn to question what they tell us to accept. When 98% becomes a symbol of perfection, beware, because perfection in politics often hides the smell of fear. The destiny of Africa cannot be built on applause for numbers. It must be built on justice, on dignity, on the power of a people who choose truth over illusion. Tanzania is not alone. What happened there reflects what threatens every African land that forgets to listen to its own heartbeat. I speak today not as a president standing behind walls of power, but as a soldier of the African spirit. I speak as a son of this soil, the same soil that gave birth to Nyerere, Sankara, Lumumba, and every dreamer who dared to say Africa belongs to Africans. When I look at Tanzania, I see a land of history, of peace, of promise. I remember Julius Nyerere, who spoke of self-reliance and unity long before many of us could walk. He believed that Africa's liberation was not complete until every nation stood on its own feet. Yet today, decades later, we see elections celebrated as spectacles, where the percentage of victory becomes more important than the percentage of honesty. I do not attack the Tanzanian people. I honor them. They are our family, bound to us not by borders, but by blood. The struggle of a Tanzanian worker is the struggle of a Burkinabe farmer. The tears of one African mother are the tears of us all. But I must ask, and the world must ask, how can we call ourselves free if our people cannot truly choose?
So guys, let us see some of the reasons that are making Tanzania to be now recognized as the new capital city of Africa. Number one, their national spirit. We all saw these while they were demonstrating. Tanzanians came out in large numbers and they proved to the world that they will not tolerate bad governance and bad politicians, and these made most of them to lose their life, but they were willing to continue doing this. And as we are speaking now, the Tanzanians have planned for another big demonstration that is coming on the 9th of December, their day of independence. The second thing is historical significance. The world has seen this event as an historical, and now the world is seeing Tanzania to be a very strong country, and they want the event that took place recently to make them be recognized as the capital city of Africa. And the last but not least is that Tanzania is giving hope to other African countries. We have so many African countries that have bad leaders that they only care about their self-interest. Tanzania, by standing up and fighting for their rights, this has really shown a good inspiration from different parts of African countries. And guys, thank you very much for watching this video. And please, if you know you are new here, kindly don't hesitate to take your 2 or even 3 seconds and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And to our returning subscribers, thank you very much for always showing us support through either liking, commenting, and even sharing some of our videos. So guys, without further ado, let us meet in the next video. Bye bye.